Hello. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Oh, hello. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's Python session. Hi, hi. Okay, so today's session is basically going to be on tuples, Python tuples. So you can learn in today's session. What is the issue with the timings? Okay, so I think we should start today's session. So today's session is based on Python tuples and I'm really very excited to have you all here. In today's session, we'll dive into Python tuples, one of the most and important and widely used data structure in Python. So, by the end of this session, you'll understand what tuples are, how they differ from list, how to access and manipulate them, and how to use them efficiently in our Python programs. We'll also do some of interactive questions and some examples to make this session more nice and more understandable. So before diving into the examples and question, I'll make you all understand what tuples are, what are the features of tuple and why tuples are important. So firstly, we'll understand what are tuples. Okay, so actually, as you all know, you are very much known with the Python. Python is a high level versatile programming language, and one of the core data structure in Python is tuples. So let's understand what tuple is. So a tuple is an ordered collection of items in Python. It is immutable, which means once created, it cannot be changed. In list we can change the items because list was mutable, and in Python in tuples we cannot change it as tuples are immutable forms of data structures in Python. And tuples can store any type of data including integers, string, floats, boolean, list or even other tuples also. Tuples are defined using parentheses, so we define tuples using these parentheses. And these parentheses are also sometimes optional when we are packing the values. Now I'll tell you some key features of tuples. Okay, so the first one is ordered. So basically elements in a tuple have a fixed order, and the second one is immutable, means Elements cannot be added, removed, or modified after the creation of the tuple. I hope all of you are understanding what I'm trying to make you all understand, the theory of tuples, so that we can move ahead with some questions and some examples of tuples. Okay, so tuples allow duplicates, means tuple can contain repeated values, and these are heterogeneous elements, means tuple can store different data types in a single collection, and tuples can be used as dictionary keys because they are immutable unlike list. So as dictionary keys are unique and tuples are also unique because they are immutable and list is mutable. So, before knowing about anything, we must know why the thing is beneficial for us, why it is important, so that we can use it in our program, we can use it in our daily life or in anything. So, before knowing about the tuples, we should know why tuples are important, why we should use them. So let me tell you, tuples are faster than list for iteration because of immutability. So basically, first thing is that tuples are faster than list because in list is mutable, so we can make changes in them, and tuples are immutable, we cannot have changes in them. So tuples are faster than list. Then secondly, they are safer for storing data that should not change. So if you want some fixed data or some data to be unique or non-changeable data, then tuples are very good and very safe for storing it. And thirdly, tuples can be used to return multiple values from functions efficiency. So tuple return multiple values, and they are commonly used in Python functions, data processing, and key value mapping. So tuples are basically used in Python functions, data processing whenever we are working with the data, and key value mapping when we need a unique value or a value not to be changed. Then at that time we use tuples. Now I'll also tell you the characteristics of tuple. So first characteristics of tuple is the first one is indexing. So this is very similar and very useful characteristic of tuple, indexing. You can access element by position. So as in list also we use indexing to access the elements, and in tuples also the indexing starts from 0. And the second one is slicing. So in slicing you can extract a part of a tuple using slices similar to the list one. And the third one is concatenation and repetition. So tuples can be combined or repeated, means we can use same value as tuples, repeated values as tuples. And the fourth one is limited methods. So unlike list, tuples have only two main methods, that is count and index. As list has many functions and many methods, but tuples have limited method. So the most important one is count and index. and the fifth one is nested tuples. So tuples can contain other tuple as an element, so they are very good known as nested tuples. And the sixth one is unpacking. So you can assign elements of a tuple to a variable in a single element. So this is basic form of unpacking. So I just want all of you to say hi in the chat. So that I can know you all are listening. So tell me, have you understood what tuples are? What are the key features of the tuples? Why tuples are important? The characteristics of tuples? Yes. It feels nice when you all reply in the chat. So as we have seen, the tuple characteristics, indexing, slicing, concatenation and repetition, limited method, nested tuples and unpacking also. Yes. Okay, so we'll start some of the quiz questions, and you all have to answer in the chat. So I'll ask you all some questions. So the first question for today is, these will be basic yes or no questions. So the first question is, tuples are mutable. You have to answer in yes or no. You can answer in the chat in yes or no. Tuples are mutable. Okay, Julian and Varalakshmi, your answer is no. Let everyone answer. Tuples are mutable, yes or no? You can answer in the chat. Okay, so the correct answer is no. Tuples are immutable. Now, let's move on to the second question, that is, tuples can contain duplicate values. So this is the second question, that tuples can contain duplicate values. You have to answer in yes or no. I have already told in the theory very detailedly everything. So I think this would be easy for you all to answer. Yes. Okay. So many of you are answering yes. Yes, Anusha. Your answer is yes. So the correct answer of this is yes. We can have duplicate values in the tuples. So now let's move on to another question, that is third. So the third question is, you can add elements to a tuple after creation. You can add elements to a tuple after creation. This is your third question and you have to answer in yes or no in the chats. Okay, so some of you are answering yes and some of you are answering no. No. So let's know its correct answer. So as I have already told you that tuples are Tuples do not contain duplicate values and tuples are immutable. So we cannot have changes in them after creation. So the correct answer of this is no. Many of you are answering correctly. So the next question for today is, tuple can be used as dictionary keys. Tuples can be used as dictionary keys. You have to answer in yes or no in the chat. See, why I tell you the theory part first, because in theory I cover all the details, very small details of tuples. I already told you all these things in the theory part also. So that will make the answers very easy. Okay, the fourth question is, tuple can be used as dictionary keys. You have to answer in yes or no. Okay. So, those who have answered yes, it is correct, because the correct answer is yes. As I've already told you, tuples can be used as dictionary keys. Now, the fifth question is, so the fifth question is, tuples elements can be accessed using indexing and slicing. Is it correct or not? You have to answer in yes or no. Yes, many of you are answering in yes. Yes. So the correct answer of this is yes, because tuple elements can be accessed using indexing and slicing, similar to the list. Now the sixth question is, so the next question is, tuples have unlimited methods like list. I have very clearly told this, so I think everyone should answer this. Tuples have unlimited methods like list. Tuples have unlimited methods like list. I have already told this in theory part. Okay, so many of you are answering no. Yes. So the correct answer is no. So tuples have only mostly two methods, which is count and index. So tuples don't have unlimited methods like list. So I hope all of you are enjoying this class. Okay, so now we'll see some of the questions which will make our class more interesting. So, firstly we'll see how we create tuples, which is the very basic part. So firstly we'll see how to create tuples. So as I told you, we create tuples using parenthesis. So here I am creating tuples. So this is the tuple 1 I created, and I'll create another one without parenthesis. And now as here I have created 3 tuples, first with parenthesis, second with without parenthesis, and thirdly an empty tuple. And now we'll print all these. Okay, so now I want you all to answer its output in the chat. This is a simple uh, tuple creation, so it would be easy for you all to answer. Okay, so now we'll see its output. So as we can see, the tuples are printed with parentheses also and without parentheses also, and thirdly we have printed an empty tuple. So how it prints, you can see it. Now we'll move on to another questions. Okay, so now we'll see how do we access elements in tuples. Okay, so are you all understanding what I am making you all to understand? Okay, so now we'll see accessing the elements in tuples. So we'll create a tuple. Okay, and we'll keep some values in the tuple. So we access the element in tuple or in list by indexing. So we'll use indexing in this. Okay, the firstly we'll print the element at 0 index. And secondly we'll print the element at -1. This is reverse indexing. And thirdly we will print a slicing element. So you can see this example and you have to answer its output in the chat. Okay. Okay, so here in the chat I'm giving you the link for the WhatsApp channel to get daily updates, and I'm pinning this message so you all can join this channel. Okay, so that you can get daily updates. Okay, so now let's see what output does it give so that you all can see what answers you gave and they are correct or not. So here we can see the first, the element at the index 0 is 10 because we start the indexing from 0, and the element at -1 index is 40, and here the slicing we have done, so it printed the element 20 and 30. Okay, I hope all of you understood. So as I told you, tuple do not have unlimited methods, and the limited methods I told you were count and index. So now let's see an example with that, which is tuple methods. Okay, so now I'll write the code and you have to answer it. So here I am creating a tuple. So here we are using the count method, and in this we'll use the index method. So you have to answer this. You can see this example and you have to answer its output in the chat. So this will count the element and this will tell the indexing of that element. Okay, so I want everyone to answer its output, and you all can join this WhatsApp channel. I have given the link so that you can get everyday updates, and whenever we are going to schedule our live class, so you can get an update there. Okay, so tell me what is the output of this? Okay. So now we'll see its output. So the correct answer is 2 and 3. Yes, so those who have answered 2 and 3, the answer is correct. Now I'll tell you how. So the count method returns how many times the number appears in the tuple. Okay, and the index method, this returns the first index position where the number is found in the tuple. Okay, so no matter the number is repeated, it will tell the first time the number is counted. So this is how count and index work. Okay, thank you. I hope all of you are enjoying this class. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next example, which will be about concatenation and repetition. Okay, so now we'll see an example for concatenation and repetition. So I'll create the tuple here. So here I have created two tuple and will print, firstly will print for concatenation and secondly will print for repetition. So concatenation means adding. So we'll add the two tuples T1 and T2, and secondly we'll print repetition of the tuple. Okay, so here you all have to answer of this output in the chat so that I would know how you all have understood concatenation and repetition. Then I'll explain this also so that those who have not understood, they can understand. Concatenation means adding and repetition means repeating the tuple. Yes, Anusha, you have answered. Very good. Everyone should answer whether it is correct or not, but you should answer. It will also boost your confidence level. Okay, so now we'll see its output, how concatenation and repetition works. So as we can see, in concatenation it added the two tuples, and in repetition, as we have written t1 the tuple into 3 means 3 times the t1 tuple, so it gave us 3 times the t1 tuple. So concatenations joins the two tuples together, and repetition repeats the tuple, as here t1 3 times in sequence. So this is how concatenation and repetition works. This was very simple to understand and very easy to answer. Now we'll see another concept, which is unpacking. So unpacking in tuple. Here I'll create a tuple. So here I have created a tuple. And this is a simple example of how unpacking works in tuple. So I want you all to answer its output in the chat, because unpacking assigns tuple element to a variable in order. So everyone should answer this, and then I'll explain this, so that those who have not understood, they will understand very easily, so that they can master Python tuples. Yes, Anusha, you have answered. Everyone should answer. As I told you, this will definitely boost your confidence level, and this will make you all understand how Python tuples work. I'll make you explain this now. It feels interesting when everyone replies. Nice. Okay. So let's see that you all have answered is correct or not. Okay, so Alice 25 and Python is correct. So now I'll tell you how this came, how unpacking works. So tuples unpacking, it is a process in Python where the elements of a tuple are automatically mapped positionally in a sequence of a variable to the left hand side to the assignment, and it ensures that each variable directly receives the corresponding value without needing any index. So by this unpacking we got the output Alice 25 and Python. Okay, nice, those who are answering correctly, very good. Now one more, which is nested tuples. Okay, So here I am creating a tuple, and inside a tuple I am creating another tuple. So this will be called nested tuple. So this is a simple example of nested tuple. I think you all will understand how nested tuple works. So I want you all to answer its output in the chat, and then I'll explain this, how nested tuple works. So nested is a tuple here with 3 elements, and here tuple inside a tuple is nested tuple, as we use nested loops also. So let me explain this first. So the tuple is a nested tuple. This contains 3 elements, 2 integers, and another tuple is 3 and 4 as the third element also. So when we write nested 2, Python uses zero based indexing and retrieves the third element. So which is the inner tuple, which is 3 and 4. Since that result is itself a tuple, we can apply indexing again on it. Thus nested tuples indexing will be first, which evaluate nestedly. Okay, so how nested tuple work? It works as an element in the tuple. So now let's see its output. So the correct output is 3, 4 and 3. So I hope all of you understood today's tuple. So if you all have any doubt related to Python tuples, you can ask me now so that I can explain you or I can answer you all. So I hope all of you enjoyed today's class, and everyone should reply so that I could know you all are active in today's live session. So now let me tell you what all we have learned in today's class. So tuples in Python are immutable, ordered and allow duplicates. They are faster, memory efficient and safer than lists when working with fixed data. Tuples can hold different data types and even serve as dictionary keys. Very good. If you are enjoying the class, I'm very grateful. And tuple always allows you whenever you want the data to remain unchanged and secure. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now related to Python tuples. And you can also tell us what should be the topic of next Python live session. Okay, so thank you so much for being active part of this session. I hope you all have now clearly understand what Python tuples are. Keep participating, keep experimenting, and you'll keep getting better as at Python every day. Sure. Okay, so we'll see you in next live class. Till then, bye and happy coding. Bye everyone.